You know what I mean?
Right.
Legacy to me means, before I said, I believe I said, leaving an impact behind, like a good, healthy impact behind, right?
Right.
Now, what it means to me is I have a new position to play in my family's life. You know what I mean? I got a new position. I got to make sure while my family goes through this hard time along with me, I got to make sure we all legacy. I got to make sure I remind everybody this is the reason why we got to do this. This is the three children that we stare at every single day is the reason to keep going, and remind them why they need to keep going.
I like that.
leave,
I love
leave a
that.
legacy. Leave a legacy, because when they grow up and they really understand everything that's going on and look at all of us like we kept going no matter what we all went through. That's the legacy. That's the part where they gonna remember everything we're all going through and look at you like they kept going. I need to keep going too.
I love that answer. I do, because sometimes when we think about that, we always think about what we leave behind, but we don't. But we never think about what how we're impacted, or
Hmm.
who pours into us.
Yep. Yep.
So I love that answer. I mean, I've had to change my answer to that in recent years, because it's not about, it is about what you leave behind, but it's also about who pours into you,
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
how they motivate you, how they push you, how they encourage you. So I love that answer, because I mean, it's because I think it's not is and like you said, it's a direct result of what you experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love that. I love that, because sometimes we're not all we're when we experience something like that, sometimes our thought process doesn't change. We kind of just stay where we are. But it's nice to see that. It's nice to see somebody, like, just like me, who's experiencing a healthy change, even through horrific circumstances. And sometimes I think that's the silver for me. That's the silver lining in the dark. That's the silver lining in a dark cloud.
Yeah. Yeah. The way I feel about that aspect is I get a lot of questions like how you keep going, how you keep going. Is I feel very, very strongly like I feel unfinished. I'm not done. My purpose is not done. So I haven't gotten a chance to sit back and stop and take a moment and sit and dwell in everything. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm unfinished. I'm not done. I don't have time to sit there and dwell on it right now. I got everybody depending on me. My brother wanted me to do this. You know what I mean? Just as much as I wanted it for myself. I'm not finished. You know what I mean?
An unfinished book who still has plenty of chapters left to write.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that, man. I mean, that your outlook is what the outlook on how you see it is wonderful. Most people kind of just pull in and be like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." But my second question to you is, now, this is one that I always ask, but the answer varies upon how people look at it and how they view it. So,
Hmm.
we all know that we're running in a marathon, this marathon called life, and each one of us are in a different stage of that particular marathon. We are either at the beginning, to where we're starting, we're in the middle part of it, to where we have our pace, and we're going strong. The last part of it is the finish, where we know the finish line is at hand. However, we're still running strong so we can finish strong. So, looking at your life, as the totality of your life as a whole, from your beginnings to your experiences, your traumatic experiences, and everything as a whole, where do you see yourself in this marathon called life now? And what I mean, the totality of your life as a whole, everything, from your music to your family to your experiences that you've had and you face. Where do you see yourself at? Where do you see yourself in this marathon?
Do you mean like physically, like right now, or at later on in the future in life?
Right now.
Where do I see myself right now? I feel like I feel like my perception of my position has changed due to everything going on in the traumatic experiences and stuff like that. My perception has changed about my position and where I'm at. And it just made my drive that much more. It made my spark that much bigger. And I feel like at one point I was like, yeah, like I was right in the middle. Now I feel like it's a whole new beginning again. Like I got that A1, that prime, that you know what I mean. I'm right back to the prime. Like that spark and that drive just came. It never left, but it just got even bigger than I could have ever imagined. You know what I mean? It's just like, to me, it's like if something so traumatic like that could happen that much, and I ain't gonna stop, nothing is ever gonna stop me. Nothing else greater could stop me than that traumatic experience that happened. There's nothing else greater that could happen that could stop me. You know what I mean? Because the worst, one of the worst things has already happened. And if that ain't stopped me, nothing is ever going to.
Word life. So, yep, that for me that translates into the beginning because you out the gate and you starting out strong. So just to kind of the key to continue encouraging you with that, man. As you get towards your middle and as you get towards your finish, you started out strong. Make sure that you continue to race and finish strong because this journey, this marathon that we running is a hard one. And there are times that where we're gonna pull up lame and we're gonna say, hey, look, I can't run this race no more. But you even just listening to you, man, it's just I think that should be the motivation for everybody to continue just to keep moving. You know, there I mean, I'll say this now. I mean, and this is just for everybody that's listening to us, man. If you feel like you're in a dark place or in a tunnel, keep moving because there's light at the end of that tunnel. There is joy on the other side of sadness. There's happiness on the other side of pain, and there's sunshine on the other side of the rain. So just keep moving forward, man. If if my sister on this that's right here with us ain't say nothing else, I mean, but just keep moving because there's somebody looking at you. There's somebody looking at you. There's somebody looking up to you. There's somebody expecting you to move and to get to a specific place or position in your life. So for me, that's something I appreciate. I really do appreciate how you view things, how your view your